So basically in my last video we talked about that how this vital force theory was rejected and volar concept was introduced. So now let's understand the new definition of organic compounds. Like what is organic chemistry? The new definition. So basically organic chemistry is the study of hydrocarbons. Study of hydrocarbons in which hydrogen and carbon are bonded covalently. Hydrogen and carbon bonded covalently with the exception of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrogen carbonate, and metallic carbides. Right, now metallic carbides like aluminum carbide, we have sodium cyanide. So with the exception of these compounds, other than these compounds, all are studied in the field of organic chemistry, right? So now let's discuss that when this carbon is considered as organic and when it is considered as inorganic. For example, if it makes the bond with sodium, we have a compound CaNaC consider. So here obviously it will be complete positive charge and complete negative charge. So this complete negative charge shows that here the carbon is inorganic. Here the carbon is inorganic. But for example, if there is a compound called carbon chloride. Now here it is 1, here it is partial 1. Partial 1 and here it is positive partial charge. So it means there is basically the partial, here it is a partial charge. So basically this partial charge shows us that the carbon is organic. The carbon is organic, right? So we know that in the periodic table the carbon is placed on the middle, right? From like carbon is placed on the middle. In this side there are metals and in this side there are non-metals. This side we have metals and that side we have non-metals, and carbon is placed in the middle. So that's why the valency of carbon is also plus minus 4. Like it shows somehow the properties metal and non-metal both. But still it is not amphoteric, okay? Don't consider this as metalloid or something else. So when I say that it is in middle, so it means it can exist in two states: when it gets oxidized and carbon when it gets reduced. So this one carbon is known as oxidized carbon. It is known as oxidized carbon because there is a positive charge and it has lost one electron. And on the other hand, here it is reduced carbon. It is reduced carbon, right? So basically in this, okay, whenever there is a chemical reaction, so the reduced form of carbon participate. So whenever there is a chemical reaction, so this reduced form participate in the chemical reaction. This one participate in chemical reaction, right? Now like you will wondering how this reduced carbon will participate in chemical reaction. I consider that this is a carbon, right? And basically this is carbon, and it has the losing property. This is negative, it has negative charge. It means it has plenty of charge, it has plenty of electron, right? It has this losing property. It has the losing property, so it can give its electron. So when it will form methane, CH4, so as you can see in the chart that this one, now the carbon has, this is positive charge and -1, -1, -1, -1, a lot of negative charges here, right? So it means that it, now here this reduced carbon has participated in the chemical reaction, and after that obviously it has a losing property, so it can lose electron and get oxidized. So it can easily get oxidized, so that's why we say that it can do combustion. It can do combustion, right? Now if we talk about the carbon, the symbol is obviously C, and it has 6 proton, 6 electron and 6 neutron. Its atomic mass is 12 and atomic number is 6, right? If we talk about the configuration, it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, right? 1s2, 2p2, 2s2 and 2p2. Now then we have, then if we talk about the configuration in shells, so for example 6 neutron, 6 proton, so 2 shell or 2 electrons over here, 4 electrons over here. So this one shell is basically known as valence shell, or it is known as ultimate shell. It is known as ultimate shell. And this one shell is basically known as penultimate shell, right? So I hope this is clear to you. If you have any kind of queries, you can ask me in the comment section. I'll be really glad to answer you guys.